Testing, testing. Let's go turn my light off. Hey, I'm gonna brush my shoulder. OG Mac. This nigga don't really like to run the ball, so Trey Hendrickson out for the year is kind of fucking makes me sick to my stomach. Something we can deal with, I guess. I guess. Is this motherfucking gonna join? Shit. Shit, man. They make no join, man. With the foot, man. With the foot. This nigga ain't no fucking join, man. I ain't gonna lie, chat. I'm gonna go high. I just got off work for like the first time in a week. I was on a little vacation. Shit was I think we're running Minnesota's D against him, not Vegas. Just because this nigga passed the ball more. No, wait. Yeah, I think this is the nigga that be running all them. He runs something. I think it's the drags that he runs. Or it could be the corners. I don't know. Niggas gotta lock in though. I mean, not really. If I lose this game, it really does help me. Just be nice to help out Kizzy, I guess. Little Kister. What abilities he got, motherfuckers? Jukebox. Are you fucking serious? This nigga has jukebox. Grady, bruh. This Peyton we talking about. Of course I'm gonna fuck that nigga shit up, bro. Like, fuck. Gots to. Slide for Kizzy. Slide for Bond.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada.
Oh, yeah.
And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium.
This season just got away too quickly for me. I started like 1-6, and it was just GGs.
And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line.
I can't even blame it on
so 1st and 10 now. Actually, from the 30.
Joe Burrow was selling hell. Foreign tackle. Oh, God, that's
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Low-key. God.
Now it's Burrow. Going deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, You at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
They'll try and run for it. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Hey, I'm in a
Big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. At first glance, I wasn't sure he got it. Then I saw that spot. Definitely a first down.
It was, but boy, on the other side, you disputed a little bit, wouldn't you? Okay, if you're playing defense, are you sure he got there? But that's why they tell you all the time, don't just get what you need, get a little bit more, and take the decision out of the hands of the officials.
Oh, there he needed a yard. He got a yard and maybe an inch. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. Second down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. From the 43, here's a 2nd and 8. Here we go. Burrow looking to pass. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. The last 3 plays have resulted in gains of 1, 2, and now 3 yards here. You look at this Raiders defense. Against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
11 Thomas. 11 Thomas.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
The Bengals bring out their punter now. Back deep, Rashid Shaheed. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
I'm sorry, what?
31 yards on the punt there.
These fucking speedy demons,
Take over now, 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down. The Raiders at 9-7 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give them a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
He'll look to throw.
I'm sorry.
Wide open receiver complete. And he's got this down to the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Back to throw here. Open man left side. Shaheed has it. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 26-yard line.
Now a 2nd and 2. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flushed out right.
Thank you.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. It's DJ Turner who's got it.
Go. Go, DJ.
And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Shut up.
11, 11, 11, 11.
Burrow will throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
On one, ready?
Quarter break. And I've been fucking linebacker in, bro. They fucking linebacker in right now. I don't like this.
12, 12,
I actually do not like this at all.
11 mighty, 11 mighty.
Here's Burrow.
See that high
Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. 1st and goal from the 6.
11 mighty, 11 mighty.
Now Burrow.
Oh my God, Chase.
And that'll be off the mark. Far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
11 Thomas, 11 MT, 11 MT. 11 MT, take. 11 MT, take.
Now it's Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
12, 12, 12. 12, 12, 12. 11 MT, 11 MT. 11, 11.
Oh my God, this is not good. This is bad. This is bad.
3rd and goal. Burrow.
Nigga.
Double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed.
Nigga. Nigga, are we serious?
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets them on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick six.
And I know from experience throughout the week, when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick sixes and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 11.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds, to continue to move people.
And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
The tight end in motion right. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
11.
Hamler, the motion man left. From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down.
Here we go. 11. 11, Thomas. 11. 11, Mighty.
They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and sneak it here. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Come on, team.
It's a quarterback sneak. And he's going to be touched down right at the line of scrimmage. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
You gotta be shitting me.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 44-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Smash, Brock.
He'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards on the play.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Looking for Murphy, and he finds him complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man out of the slot, complete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Murphy. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Back to throw again. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
2nd and goal at the 12-yard line.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. 10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively, just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up. We'll
see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw here. That is caught, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. They're going to look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
2nd and 10.
Oh, I'm Swiss cheese.
They'll look to throw again. Open man down the field. It's Bowers. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 31-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 down at the 31. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but it left him no room to run as he goes straight out of bounds. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. The end result, 21 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal?
Why is this nigga shuffling his feet?
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being...
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. His 6th touchdown on the ground, number 7 overall. And the Raiders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
The entire 3rd quarter, but go down, score.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
Probably not realistic.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're passing here. Joe Burrow trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. And the return will stop right around the 25. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having, because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps, to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds his man, complete. It's Murphy. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Yeah, I'm spreading. Oh my God.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Wait, why is this nigga white?
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Looking to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Daniel Carlson set for the Raider field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Carlson able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so that you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Coming back.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. A big play there for Cincinnati. 47 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. That'll give them 8 that time. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Flush to his right. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. 1st down.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise them with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a 1st down. Gotta love that efficiency.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He finds his man, complete. It's Bates. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Stephon Diggs. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bengals are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
Right, let's come back, boys.
Extra point right down the middle. And that cuts this lead down to 13. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Oh. I tried.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
All right.
20. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 73 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Second down and 6 now. And now here's a carry heading left. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
That's a nice job there, foiling what all offenses try to do, which is control the defensive end in the running game. They want to get to the outside, and if he keeps himself free, stays on his feet, he can make a play just as he did there.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's fourth down.
A 26-yard attempt.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So all things considered, that's not the final nail, but it does make things exceedingly difficult now on the other side.
Yeah, because obviously now with a 16-point game, the other guys don't need just 2 touchdowns. They need a couple of 2-point conversions as well. Plus, they'll need either a turnover or an onside kick in there somewhere. So you're just adding to the list of things that need to happen in sequence. And it's going to be a pretty tall order this late in the game.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 41.
11, 11, 12, 11 MT, 11 MT.
Now it's Burrow. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
11 MT tape. 11 MT tape. 11, 11, 11.
Burrow will throw. Escaping the pressure right. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Well, the black hole and everyone in Vegas on their feet. Here's third down now.
11,
Throwing again, it's Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
11.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. Flushed out right. That is incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Raider D, they get the football back. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for the strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. A false start backs them up 5. 1st and 15. Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 51 yards. And the Raiders are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
Final minute and 30 of the season, boys.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Here's Burrow. He's got this to Williams, complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down.
12.
Now Burrow. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
11, Thomas. Here we go.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Looking deep here for Chase. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at triple zeros. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's
Bush is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the one touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant.